high school years, such as Beta Club, National Arts Honor Society, and Mu Alpha Theta. We all wish him the best in his future endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the class of 2024 Student Council President, Mr. Peter Gaventer.
I knew this was going to be the worst part of being class president, but here I go. So, greetings, fellow graduates, families, staff, and everyone else. Today I'm here to burden you with my graduation speech, but please trust I had the intention of being inspiring. Now, like most of my schoolwork, this was also done at the last minute. However, in an effort to finally complete this, I timed myself to write this as quickly as possible. By the end of this speech, I'll reveal exactly how long it took me, and we'll see if I should feel embarrassed or not. I apologize if my work comes off as shoddy. Thank you to Ms. Purdue for teaching me that word. She's somewhere out there. Ms. Purdue. Another disclaimer, I preemptively included all the areas where I need to say so don't be appalled. Just trust, it's all part of the plan. First and foremost, I have to send my appreciation out to all my teachers, our staff, my family, friends, and everyone else who helped me become who I am today. I'm just as much a product of myself as I am of others. I couldn't have done it without so many of you. With that said, here are some specialized thank yous. Thank you to Mr. Stewart for teaching my siblings and I since day one, and for showing me how to understand one's self-worth. Thank you to Ms. Clark for putting up with this all, and genuinely being one of the best teachers I've ever had. If I were a teacher, I'd be jealous of you. Jealous a lot. And we know you like to joke that you hate kids, but we know you really don't. Thank you to Ms. Malgiri for being such an incredibly understanding and relatable teacher. You are truly someone we feel like we can go to, and I'm so happy I got to spend one more year with you by convincing you to teach AP Stats. This is the ultimate celebration of learning, Ms. Mao. Thank you to Ms. Jane, who has stuck by the class of 2024 since 7th grade. Thank you to Ms. Gordon for being our 24/7 hallway monitor. The freshmen are truly blessed to have you. Thank you to Mr. Laughinghouse, who manages to be one of the most funny, expressive, and motivating teachers at Langtree, all while still somehow following the rules. Thank you to Ms. Aka for investing in my art career since 2nd grade. We've definitely seen a sizable return on that investment. Thank you to Ms. Lozano for brightening up our blue and beige hallways with a big smile and kind words. Thank you to Mr. Ivy for all your very creative ideas. Thank you to Mr. Whaley for believing in my abilities, especially when it came to mock trial, and for being such a knowledgeable teacher. Thank you to Ms. Winter, Ms. Smith, Ms. Perez, and Ms. Z for figuring out 100 kids post-secondary plans. You guys are the true warriors of this school. Thank you to everyone in the front office, even Ms. Brittany and Ms. Megan, who handed me my countless tardy slips, and I'm sure their day would feel off if they didn't give a Gaventer a tardy slip. Thank you to our lunch staff for putting in so much underappreciated work each day, and for greatly improving our lunches and feeding our big bags. Thank you to Principal Hay for being one of Langtree's best principals, and for truly understanding us as students, and for always understanding the task at hand. Ms. Hay, it's time to set a new goal, because I can say we do have strong minds and good hearts. Thank you. And thank you to everyone else who didn't get a shout out. You are no less special. And thank you to all of our new or old teachers, or teachers who haven't taught me, for your tremendous impact on our school. Now, the point of all these thank yous is not just to demonstrate my sincere and genuine appreciation for all these people who left an extraordinary impact on me and my class. It's also to demonstrate how lucky and blessed Langtree is to have all of these excellent teachers and staff, despite the fact that we hear news of teacher shortages and turnover rates. Success in education cannot be driven by a business model or a cookie-cutter building. It is driven by people with genuine hearts, and we have that here at Langtree. I do not credit our school's success to anything but that. These teachers deserve a lot more, and it's past time we recognize that fact. Lastly, thank you to my family. Thank you to my mom and my dad and my 3 sisters. I wouldn't be here without you. because unlike most families, you didn't push me to pursue a certain talent, or push me to pursue a certain talent, or to become a certain somebody, or even because you didn't push me to show up to school some days. But because you let me be myself, you let me learn myself, that is why I'm here today. Now I'd like to talk about us, the class of 2024, and to show you how beautiful of a class we are, and to recognize all of our achievements. Being here since the school's founding, I've seen a lot of graduating classes, and I could stand here and unequivocally say that there's no other class I'd rather be a part of than the one I'm graduating with here today. One of our brightest accomplishments as a class is all of our investments we made in our extracurriculars, our clubs, and our organizations. Today we sit here having a record number of clubs in Langtry's history, which stands roughly at 21 or 22 clubs. And we've greatly grown the diversity and variation in our clubs thanks to the class of 2024. We have clubs like our Super Cool Pickleball Club, our Spanish Club, our Revive Beta Club, and so much more. If that wasn't enough, our class of 2024 dominated the Chick-fil-A Leadership Academy's club officer positions when we were all juniors, so we have leadership, isn't that right, Ms. Clark? Apart from our extracurriculars, the class of 2024's diversity is also an incredible strength. And I'm not referring merely to race, I'm referring to everything from wealth to gender, but I'm sure we also have set a record for students in a class who are not born in the United States. And I can stand here and tell you all the ways in which diversity is one of our greatest strengths as a society, but the simple pleasure of this all is that our diversity has greatly grown and contributed to the culture at Langtree Charter Academy. Like, how could anyone not want to stop by Miss Lozano's room and see what's cooking open there? Furthermore, Langtree's class of 2024 is just full of beautiful people with beautiful personalities. Our class consists of impressive athletes, painters, musicians, film connoisseurs, even gamers, mechanics, motorcyclists, regular cyclists, bakers, and a lot more. And as I listed those groups, so many people come to mind for each respective group. But don't be mistaken, these aren't cliques or divisions. These are beautiful interests which have immensely strengthened our class and also have demonstrated our success for the future. That is where I'd like to turn to next, the future. So many of us are scared of it, but it's really not something to be scared of. Sure, change is scary, and I'll certainly feel uneasy for a bit after breaking 12-ish years of tradition being at Langtree. But you can't stop change any more than you can stop Mr. Stewart from getting his daily Diet Dr. Pepper. Change is inevitable, so it's better to embrace it. Now, on the subject of change, if you've been to other graduation speeches in recent past, I'm sure you all have heard a lot about changing the world. And although some of us might, a lot of us will not, and that's perfectly okay. All of our dreams and aspirations push us forward, yes, and sometimes result in an explosion of success, but that should never be the goal unless you want to live a life of disappointment. Success in life is certainly not limited to a 4-year degree or a 6-figure income, nor a happy family in a big house or viral fame and a buttload of power. For me, and I hope a lot of people feel this way too, the number one goal in life is to find peace and contentment, and that's all that matters. And to achieve that goal, you don't have to change the world, you merely have to change your world. That is why I'm so hopeful that Langtree's class of 2024 will succeed. Thank you. And as of May 27th, it took me only 2 hours and 15 minutes to write this, so not too bad.
Thank you, Peter. It is now my honor to introduce the Langtree Charter Academy Class of 2024 salutatorian, Caitlin